from Colorado's offense this year? Obviously, Shedeur is having a great season, but just from your perspective as a linebacker, just what have you seen?
No doubt, yeah. I for sure have seen a lot of explosive plays, especially, Shedeur back there leading that offense just like he should be, you know what I mean? And, they have a great running back in the backfield as well. He has a lot of speed, and then they also have a lot of great skill positions, I should say.
For the linebacker room, how Dan talked about it too, but just how important it is to keep Shedeur in the pocket and try to limit his ability to go outside and make plays there. How important is that for you guys as a linebacker room?
Yeah, I think it just goes down to, being sound with our job. It starts with the D-line, just keeping him caged, just keeping him back there so we can sit back there and then have him sit back there and we can actually run the whole defense correctly, because when the quarterback's rolling out, it's a lot of changing routes, receivers are finding ways to get open and stuff like that. So, yeah.
As a linebacking group, how do you guys feel like you've grown through the first 3 weeks of the season?
I'd for sure have to say, just leading the defense more, getting the guys aligned and adjusted. That's something that Tosh, counts on us to do a lot, you know what I mean? And me as a leader, just little things like that, just getting the defense more aligned and adjusted.
You being a leader now this year more on the defensive side, this game being probably the best offense you've played so far this season, is there more, focus or attention to detail, when looking at film against Colorado? You mentioned, Shedeur and all the playmakers they have, and then also, the absence of Travis Hunter for Colorado's offense, maybe just speak on what impact that makes for you guys on defense.
Yeah, I think it makes a huge impact for sure. Travis being the most explosive players that he is, you know what I mean? And it's sad to see him go down because I was looking forward to the challenge and playing him. But yeah, I think it's just stopping the other guys that they do have as well. Like the running back, like I mentioned, and then also some of the other receivers like 5 as well. So,
Jeff, what's the challenge of a quarterback with escapability? And to expend plays as Shedeur does. I mean, you guys have faced a couple of quarterbacks like that over the years. Delore a little bit, Cam Ward at Washington State a little bit. Shedeur probably has the strongest arm compared to any of those guys. So just what is it about him and that escapability that presents a challenge?
Yeah, I think just his ability to, escape but still be looking to pass, not just, run first. But, yeah, just plastering in the back end and then also keeping the roof back there because he's also looking to escape, but then sometimes he will run. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes he'll escape but still get the ball down the field.
You've seen from your guys' defensive line. Had a good day at the office against Hawaii. Came up in big moments against Tech. Just what have you seen from your guys on the defensive front?
Just constant improvement. Yeah, just constant improvement. I mean, the guys all in the room all love each other and they all come to work every day ready to go. And I think, honestly, those guys in the room could be even more great. And I think they see that, you know what I mean? So it's just constant week through week, just constant improvement, just constant fundamentals, staying in the gaps, staying in the right gaps, and, striking blocks up front.
Of your on the team, who's impressed you the most throughout the first 3 weeks?
Who's impressed me the most? Taki Tamani for sure. Yeah.
Does it mean more that Dion is the opposing head coach, so you get to play in front of one of the best NFL, secondary members of all time? Does that mean a little bit more, or is it just business as usual for you guys?
I mean, it's just business as usual. Great coach, great coach and great player as well. So, I kind of grew up watching Dion as well, so it's kind of a surreal moment to be seeing him on the field this weekend. But, yeah, I mean, just got to keep the main thing, so.
The story of the season so far has mainly been, Colorado and all the hype behind them with Coach Prime going over there and all the recruits, and for the younger guys on the team, how, and you being a leader, Coach Dan Lanning talked about, not letting the moment get too big, all the hype around Colorado. Have you been trying to talk about that with your squad on defense, not trying to let them, make the moment too bigger than it is, just kind of keep it as a normal game? Or what's the approach been to that kind of mental side?
Yeah, this week I didn't really have to. I mean, all the guys really on the defensive side already knew what it was. We got to keep the main thing, and, it's just got to be business. Week through week we're going to see elite teams in the Pac-12, and we're going to face elite quarterbacks. So, yeah, just keeping the main thing, and, you know what I mean, just it's another game for us.
What's it going to be like playing in front of that crowd on Saturday?
Sold-out crowd is what I heard, so I think it's going to be amazing because Austin's always rocking. So, I'm you know what I mean, I'm excited for it.
Gonzo went through this a year ago. Do you pick up that this means a little something to Nico this week?
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, because him coming from over there, very recently actually, I think it's going to mean a lot to him, and I think he's going to play his heart out. So.
Coach talked a lot about the penalties, and now you haven't personally committed any, but what is the accountability that he's trying to put in this week in particular? He talked about it at the last game. He's not going to keep doing the same thing. So for the front seven guys, for some of those post-snap penalties he's trying to address and root out, what are some of the things that are trying to be instilled this week to stop them from happening?
Yeah, I mean, it's just little things like, post-snap penalties, like, scuffling and little things like that, things that we can literally control. So, yeah, we just got to control what we can control, and, we got to keep our poise, too. Sometimes, those little penalties in these past 3 weeks have been, just little things that we know we can control, and, we'll go back and look at the film, and then, like, we literally already know where we messed up at. So, just keeping the main thing.
Curious, you mentioned the sold-out crowd that it's going to be on Saturday. You can hear them when you're on the field. How much of, is that much more of an energy boost, especially in those big third, fourth down situations? I mean, how much do you feed off that crowd energy?
Oh, I do for sure, 100%, especially me on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, it hurts it helps the defense because the offense, they got to be out there. They might go to a silent cadence or little things like that. So I think, playing at home, I love playing at home on the defensive side of the ball because, I got to communicate even louder, which I love to do. So just playing with a lot of energy. I play with a lot of energy, and I like the energy just being surrounding me.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yep.
Thanks, Jeff.